Hey everybody, it's Coach Jamie here with Team Positively Healthy. We're here in planning week and I wanted to share some random tips and tricks with you all on how to be successful with your program and how to get healthy. So here we go. They're kind of random from all across the board, from all different topics. So tip number one is when you're new to the program, don't feel like you need to meal prep your entire week's worth of food. Do whatever makes sense to you. If you need to gradually ease into it, that's okay. Be realistic about what will work for you and what you have time for. If you only have time to prep your breakfast meals or your snacks for the first week, that's okay. Ease into it. Set yourself up for success. Number two is when you do your meal prep, I do find it easier to do it all at once, to do it all on Sunday, to kind of put things in the oven, or to have my husband help me put things in the oven and cook things during the day. Crock pot recipes are awesome for meal prepping because you can make a lot all at once, and you could also make things in advance and freeze things as well. So those are some really helpful tips. Now, another tip that I have is, what do you do when you really want to eat something, but it's not approved? So in most cases, what I've found is if you want to eat something that's not approved, you can probably find a very close substitute to it and make it, and then it'll satisfy your craving or what you're looking for. So for example, I really like a crunch in my salads. So what I do is, instead of using croutons that I would buy at the store, we actually make our own croutons using tortilla wraps. And that gives my salads a crunch that I need because we bake the tortilla wraps, and if you want that recipe, I'm happy to share it with you. But that kind of satisfies that crunch of a crouton that would not be approved for my specific plan that I'm on. And a lot of times there are tips and tricks and substitutes that you can use to make your whatever food you're looking for approved. There's even approved sweets and treats and chocolate recipes that you can make for things like that. Another tip is, when you go to the grocery store, the majority of the food that you should be buying when you're following a clean eating program is on the perimeter or the outside of the grocery store. So for example, when you think about the grocery store, you'll want to stay like the milks and the cheeses, and then you have your meats, and then you have your produce and things like that. Those are all on the outside. You really should only be in the aisles for a few things. So when you do go to the grocery store and you buy a lot of fruit or veggies or meat, and you just don't think that you're going to eat it during the week, maybe you'll only eat half or something like that, it's okay to freeze that meat and then freeze those foods. Don't be afraid to do that, because I don't want you guys to waste money on foods on clean and fresh foods that you bought but didn't buy. And on that note, it's okay to go to the store and to get fruits and vegetables and even meat from the frozen food aisles. You just have to be careful that there's no preservative, and it's not processed, and it's not in some kind of cream cheese or cream sauce or cheese sauce or anything like that. You want it to be fresh but frozen. That's okay. Another fun thing that I like to do is, in order to get my water in, I always have this with me. I have always taken a Nalgene around with me, a big water bottle with me wherever I go, ever since college, and it really helps me drink water. I'm constantly drinking out of this. This specific one holds more than 32 ounces of water, which is awesome. So I try to drink, I think four of these a day, and it really helps. And I also I actually plan out when I'm going to drink my water. I'm like, all right, I should have one of these before lunch, one of these in the afternoon after lunch, and then one when I get home, and then like one later in the evening too. But you'll want to plan that according to your schedule and what works for you. Another thing that is really helpful is, I always drink out of a straw. One, because if I didn't, the water would fall on my face. It just would. I don't know why. I'm not coordinated enough to do that, but a straw actually helps me drink more water as well. Another fun fact is that the water that you put in your Shakeology shakes counts towards your total water intake. And like seltzer waters and sparkling waters and other types of waters with no calories and no sugars or preservatives in them also count toward your total water intake. So this is making it easier to get your water in. And you could also use like different extracts and things like that in your water and your shakes to make them taste better, and so that it's not that plain water if you don't want. Or a lot of times I'll put fruit in my water, or there's those diffusers nowadays too to change the water flavor that you're using or drinking rather. So there's a lot of different ways, and I'll share that within our group. Something else to think about is, so when you don't feel like working out, it's going to happen, right? Everybody has those days. I have those days. When you don't feel like working out, a trick that I learned and that I kind of do to help myself is I say, all right, I'm going to work out for 10 minutes. And then if I still want to quit after that, I'll quit. I'll be done for the day. I tried. And I think every single time I've ever done that, after 10 minutes, I would keep going because I would feel so good and feel great. And I just wanted to keep going. So I encourage you to, those days you don't want to work out, promise yourself you'll work out 10 minutes, whether it's a walk, whether it's a 10-minute abs, whether it's just the first 10 minutes of your workout. Do it and then see how you feel. Obviously don't do that every day, but those days where you really don't feel like working out, give it a try. And the last thing that I wanted to share is to remind everybody you do not have to be perfect to see awesome results. I am definitely not perfect, and I've seen great results so far, and I'm excited to continue and to get even more results, but there's going to be times you're not going to be able to stick 100% to the plan, and that's okay. Just keep that in mind. Don't stress out and fret if you mess up or if you do something by accident. If you follow the plan 90% of the time, 80 to 90% of the time, and that 10 to 20% time you're not following it to the T, then it's okay. I just thought of something else too I wanted to share with you guys, kind of along those lines. I highly recommend that you guys plan your cheat meals. That's right. If you're the type of person that knows that they're going to cheat, then plan your cheat meal. Don't be afraid to take that cheat meal, not cheat day, not cheat week, not cheat weekend, but plan a meal that will satisfy what your cravings are and what you're really looking forward to. Or if you're going out, or if you're going to a wedding, or you're doing something that's going to require you to cheat and deviate from your plan, just plan it out. So this way, you know for the rest of the week, you want to be good, you want to stay focused and stay on the plan so that you can enjoy that cheat meal without any guilt. So those are some random tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. Feel free to share your own. And if you have any questions at all, just let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.